Hello friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming, and back to If My Heart Had Wings. Apparently I'm late. Crap, I'm late. Since club activities were over, it had been quite a while since I had been to my family home. Since I had been to my family home, I decided to head home. I called my mom as I went. My job was taken care of at the dorm, so it was nice to get out sometimes and show my face and talk to my family sometimes. I have to get home quickly to start getting dinner ready. I'm home. Boo, I guess. I don't know why I scared Asa. When I got to the entranceway, Asa pointed at me and stated, "Oh, I guess she was playing lookout for Kotori." What is it? What is it, Asa? Aoi went home. Why are we mad? I don't understand what's happening. Jeez, just now, what was that all of a sudden? Tilting her head, Kotori made her way down the hallway in her wheelchair. With body-throwing force, Kotori flew by and at the last minute braked with a stop and grabbed my hand. What? What's wrong? What about Asa? Somebody explain to me what's going on! Asa, hearing her name, stepped forward. Kotori was so looking forward to the test. She can't stop fidgeting. Only Aoi can hope to appease her heart. There's only 1 hour left, so I bravely went home. So that was it? Sorry I'm late. Well, why did you tell Asa? Here you go, a present. A 6-pack of Haagen-Dazs. There's some for Asa's group, too. I got them for my mother. Is it okay to eat them before dinner? Sure, of course. Though you'll probably end up eating dinner a little late. Delicious! Eating for dinner is so unvirtuous, yet I can't help myself. Hey, Yoru, take half. Thanks, Asa. The friends ate Haagen-Dazs together. I didn't see Kaneko and wondered where she disappeared off to. Hey, Kotori, do you have any plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow we can't do any tests without the parts coming in. We can't do any work, so I guess tomorrow's a day off. As Kotori ate her ice cream, she shook her head. Right, okay. So, do you want to go see a movie? A movie? Yeah, my mom gave me some tickets. If you wanted, I was thinking we could go together. She got them from a customer. They're just regular tickets. I work hard, so she gave them to me. What's going on? Kotori called out Asa's name. Asa stepped forward and started whispering. Kotori, that was Aoi asking you out on a date, wasn't it? Date? I think it would be good if you went. Yeah, but a movie? You don't like movies? Even though they were talking in whispers, it was possible to hear their conversation. No, that's not it. I want to see a movie with Aoi. But... Kotori stopped eating her ice cream and began pondering. Even Kotori should be alright. The theater isn't at Wendy, so it's completely handicap friendly there. Kotori's expression said, "How did you manage to know what I was thinking?" Alright. I guess it's okay. So it's decided. That was excellent, Kotori. Asa said to a laughing Kotori. Has Asa even been on a date? Like, why is she coaching Kotori on how to be a girlfriend? Well, I have to start getting dinner ready. When you're finished eating, could you give me a hand? Kotori nodded and ate faster. What a little goober. The next day, in the morning. Sorry to keep you waiting. I had a few last things I had to take care of before I joined Katori, who was waiting at the entranceway. What's wrong? Nothing. But you're always dressed differently. With a feigned innocence, I answered, "Oh, really?" as I looked at my figure. To be honest, I was kind of dressed up. Today we were going on our first real date. We went walking around and shopping together, but we have never really spent some time alone together, just the two of us. So I decided I would like to dress a little nicer than usual. While Katori grumbled a sure, she looked at her own figure. I think I want to change my clothes too. Isn't what you're wearing fine? You look good and it suits you. That and we have to consider movie times. Katori, knowing there really wasn't time, nodded. Alright, Hat. We're heading out. Take care of the place. When Hat flew off Katori's knees, I took her wheelchair and pushed her out the door. Wow, what a crowd! It's Sunday. It's typically everyone's day off, so the Wendy is especially crowded. I thought it wasn't at Wendy. It must have said is at Wendy. You could feel the weight of the crowds. And this place is classy. Bah, still a mall. Beyond the design of the buildings, Wendy catered towards fashion. All the people coming and going were all dressed up. Since my Anchan brought me here, I have been coming to Wendy regularly to see the various shops, excluding the underground shopping center which sold foodstuffs. When I came with my brother, it was rather quiet and calm. That day seems to have been an exception to the norm. Oh, it was literally his Anchan. Okay. This isn't the casual laid-back feeling of my hometown. Katori, you grew up in Tokyo, right? So you're used to places like this. I imagine there are many shopping malls like this in Tokyo. My mother and sister would go. I've visited them too, but it's been a while. It's amazing to be on a date, right? There's no doubt about it. It isn't an everyday sort of thing. For us, living in the dorm, always seeing the same faces, this kind of place gives a fresh feeling. My first date ever. This should be special. Katori mumbled. Is that so? I figured you would have at least had the experience of a date. Katori shook her head. This is the first, with you, Aoi. I knew it. I should have put on better clothes. What's wrong with what you usually have? I just feel shy. But it's fine. Since you're the #1 guy I'd want to beat, please. I told you, it suits you. Come on, let's go see the movie. Okay. Japan's leading commercial complex, Wendy, also had a cinema. There were a variety of themed movies playing right now. The tickets I got were good for any of them. Which one do you want to see? Let's see. This one! The movie that Katori chose was unrepentantly a war movie. She was probably attracted to the propeller on the movie poster. It took place in World War II Europe. It was a love story of an Air Force ace pilot. The movie wasn't bad, but it didn't matter so much on a date. Katori was excited at the fight scenes and bubbly at the love scenes. In the end, the movie delivered the warm, fuzzy feelings of a happy ending. That was awesome! The air battle at the end was unbelievably cool! The lovers flying during a nighttime date was also unbelievably romantic. Even after the movie was finished, Katori's enthusiasm did not lessen. Those types of old-fashioned planes are interesting, aren't they? Yeah, but those flying engines are kind of wicked. I wouldn't exactly say wicked, but the way that those planes fly and the glider flies are different than as we say in the movie. So, do you think there's a place that sells goggles around here? I think they are absolutely necessary. Not at all. Did you plan to use them during the test flight? Katori nodded. Well, you don't need them because the glider has a canopy. During flight, the canopy is shut. If we were to open it, the control of the glider would be completely lost and you would be forced to use a parachute. Well, we need to take care of our stomachs too. How about lunch? Psh. Doesn't mean she can't, wear goggles anyway. You have to let me pay for that! What's this all of a sudden? Because you treated me to the movie! But I told you my mother gave me those tickets. I had a free ticket too. Sure, but... At least let me treat you to lunch. I don't exactly have a chance to do a lot of boyfriend-like stuff. We only just started dating. Up until now, there hasn't been any significant change in our relationship. Before we started dating, we've always been good friends. The only difference is that we confessed our true feelings towards each other, which is the best kind of relationship. And we've kissed. It's not like that at all. Aoi, you always have been boyfriend-like. You're cool and kind. You're too perfect. You think so? I said so, didn't I? So there's no doubt about it. Katori stated convincing pride. As usual, in a strange place, Katori was full of self-confidence. But let me treat you to lunch. I get an allowance for working at the dorm. Okay, sure. So what do you want to eat? Let's see. Katori opened the floor guide. Keeping in with the chic style of Wendy, Katori chose a restaurant. Here's good. Which one? Seriously? Katori said yes as she nodded insistently. Taioken Old Man Masaki's ramen shop. Well, I've never had ramen. What? Is it something that, is it something to be that surprised about? No, it's ramen could be like national favorite, like beef bowls and curry rice. Whenever my family would go out, no one ever said anything about ramen. A sign that Katori's family was somewhat well off. Her father was a gentleman type, whom even over summer vacation would wear suits. Alright, should we go to Taioken then? Let's do it! And so we headed towards Taioken, which is funny because that's his friend's shop. Wow, that was delicious, Aoi! Thank you! Katori said as she pats her stomach in satisfaction. You're welcome. It somewhat ruined the sense of having perfect... what? But I was still quite pleased. On top of that, this was probably cheaper. Oh, having the perfect date. Psh. I go out to cheap. It hurts my soul to spend money on food. Like, if I can find a nice cheap restaurant of food that I actually enjoy that's high quality, let's go out there. I introduced Katori to Masaki, who then gave us massive discounts, making the meal practically free. Tonkotsu ramen is pretty rich, but I think I would like to eat it again sometime. We can come anytime. Mr. Masaki will probably give discounts again, too. Katori is my girlfriend, she's cute, and we received a warm welcome. You're like a son to him. He's a nice old man. With full and satisfied stomachs, we wandered through Windy. There were quite a lot of different kinds of shops here. Mostly they were women's clothing and accessory shops, but there were also shops that sold tableware and miscellaneous goods, a bookstore, a stationery shop, and strangely, a dentist's office. Usually I had no interest and wouldn't have had any reason to go into places like this. But today is different. As we passed the women's clothing shops, I looked at clothes and caught myself thinking Katori would probably look great in these. Say, Katori, those clothes. Katori? For some reason, Katori was frowning as she watched another couple. What's with the gloomy face? It's nothing. Nothing at all. Was she irritated at their clinginess? No, we were on a date too. Hey, Aoi, could you come here for a sec? Oh. Katori grabbed my hand, and so, with one hand I began pushing the wheel of her wheelchair. Hey! Let's go faster! Oh, so you just wanted to walk hand in hand. Generally, couples hold hands or link arms. Some secretly place their hands on each other's lower backs. When I saw these things, it wasn't that I didn't feel any jealousy, but... Oh, it's so difficult for you! While I was holding Katori's hand, I saw the look of surprise at the surrounding people's eyes. From my perspective, pushing Katori's wheelchair one-handed was, how can I put it, rather harsh. Stop. Stop! What? You started breathing heavier. Don't push yourself. This isn't difficult. I'm always going between home and school, so this is nothing at all. Compared to the average girl, Katori certainly was quite strong. The windmill hill is gently sloped, but climbing it is exhausting. That said, with a wheelchair, it has to be next to impossible. Just seeing you like this, it looks difficult, and not so good. I told her and let go of her hand. But I can't see your face when you're behind me. We waited forever for this date. It hurt to see Katori feeling so downhearted. Alright, how about if we stand side by side? Sure. Satisfied with the solution, Katori nodded. I figured it has to be difficult for Katori, pushing herself, but I might be overthinking about it. It's definitely better to see her face. If it becomes too difficult, say something, okay? Don't overdo it. I understand. Now shut up! And so, side by side, we looked around Wendy. It wasn't that there was nowhere I wanted to go. We were in no hurry, and we had plenty of time. Those clothes are nice. There was a pale blue dress hanging in a shop window. The color was the color of the sky, and I thought Katori would look good in it. Katori was absent-mindedly looking at the same shop. Those clothes there, do you like them? It's not bad. I just glanced at it. I think you would look good in them. I compared the dress with Katori's reflection on the shop window. Yes, it would without a doubt look good on her. I wonder how it would look on me. Even though she was doubtful, she didn't seem to be denying the possibility. I don't think you can try on the clothes. Well, it's troublesome. Oh, what? Yeah, I don't think you can try on the clothes. It's troublesome. I don't know if he was supposed to say, I think you can or not, because that sentence was definitely negative. Oh. Well, it's troublesome for the shopkeeper. Oh. That's just her excuse as to why you can't try on clothes, which makes sense. I mean, being able to try on clothes makes it easier for people to steal them. I stuck my head in the shop and met the eyes of a female attendant. She smiled at me. May I help you find anything? We like this dress, but trying it on and... no, that's quite alright. Look, let's go. Katori raised her voice as she grabbed her wheelchair wheel and sped out. Hey, wait! No sooner when I saw the back of the dress did Katori go flying out of the shop. The shop attendant smiled and showed me out of the shop. She got all stressed out. What did you run off for? I told you that it would be bothersome to try on the dress. You should have just said something. Enough already. When it comes to clothing, my sister can get it for me. You didn't like the dress? It's not that, it's just, well... Whatever, let's go. Girl? Crap. Katori's lost all of her enthusiasm. Our plan was to go see a movie, which we did. I wouldn't be surprised if Katori started saying that she wanted to go home. What do you want to do now? There seems to be an arcade around here. They stopped and looked for something interesting on the floor guide. We stopped. I think I might be a little tired. I want to rest somewhere. I was relieved that despite her drop in enthusiasm, she didn't say she wanted to go home. Okay, let's see. Shall we check out over there? Over there? Actually, there was a place I wanted to check out again today. The shop that she wanted to see before. Katori tilted her head. Ah, the place that you said to have the delicious-looking meal. I'm assuming it's French. Mille foulet? Not a clue. Not a clue what it is. I feel like I should know. I have no idea. Taking the hint, Katori gasped. Cafe flags? Go to Cafe Flags was on Katori's to-do list. Cafe Flags was a famous pastry shop known for their delicious sweet creations. When Katori added it to her list, she didn't realize that it was also a dating hotspot. Cafe Flags happened to be at Windy. But isn't that place expensive? Yeah, but you chose cheap food, so I can get us expensive dessert. Don't worry about it. We've got plenty of war funds left. Lunch was pretty inexpensive. Meaning, let's go, Katori. Outside Cafe Flags, a waiting line was formed. Just like we heard, it's a pretty popular store. The people waiting were primarily young couples and older ladies hunched over with shopping bags. Wow, there's so many people! The food probably is that good. We're getting in line? Of course. From which we stood, the wait was about 30 minutes. The customers who made reservations walked right inside. Fish. When entering the cafe, the hostess called out table seating 1 and guided Katori along. It's this kind of cafe, then? Katori muttered when she saw the sleek interior design. I also looked around with curiosity. We opened our menus. Oh jeez, this place is expensive. The cheapest cakes are around $8. The tea is about the same, with the much more expensive teas over $10 a cup. And let's see, they featured a mille feuillet cake. I'm saying that wrong, I have to be. Cake is no less than $13 a slice. Jesus! Jesus! Holy smokes. I don't know if I could... I like dessert. I like fancy schmancy desserts, and I don't think I could bring myself to do it. There's no doubt about it. At these prices, it better be that exceptionally good. Yeah, better be fucking gold flecks on my cake. No, I'm not angry. With a tightening chest, Katori asked. Oh. What do you want? Or what do you want? Let's see. Nope. I didn't catch her saying it. The millefeuille and the Darjeeling tea. Oof. Same thing, and an iced tea sounds good. We called the waiter and placed our order. Finally, we can try the famed thing. Yeah, I can't wait. Cheer up, girl! It seems like she still isn't happy. Surely overthinking about everything has sent her mood into a downward spiral. About earlier, I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? I got your thoughts going into a bad place. No, it's not that. There's nothing wrong with you, Aoi. It's normal stuff. Katori stopped talking mid-sentence. I didn't say anything. Katori opened her mouth and paused. Katori nervously looked up at me. When you're out on a date with me, are you having a good time? She got all self-conscious about it. Having a good time? What are you suddenly saying? Yeah, what are you suddenly trying to say? Thanks to me, don't we kind of stand out? So? As she spoke, her eyes looked about the room and caught the glances of other customers. When we got here too, people sort of noticed us. Does that sort of thing bother you? I can't help but thinking these things when I'm together with you. The clothes, the not walking hand in hand. Katori gradually sank into herself. You told me these clothes were cute just to flatter. You told me these clothes were cute just to flatter me, right? Yeah. You like me, right? Katori nodded her head in acknowledgement. Well, my sister picked the clothes. This was not surprising. Hibari has good taste in knowing what would look good on Katori. However, the statement was not intended on being a positive thing. The clothes from earlier, I thought it would look good on you too. You seem to like them too. But don't you think it would be strange for a girl like me to dress up? I don't think it would be strange at all. Shoot, you should be able to dress in whatever you want. Yeah? You just said that thanks to you, we stand out, right? I don't think that's at all, or I don't think it's that at all. It's the wheelchair, right? You're cute, so people are looking. What? No, I don't think so. You can say this in spite of the fact that people are always calling you a beautiful girl. Well, I can admit to that. Katori is cute. It wouldn't be strange to call her beautiful. That's why people can't help themselves and look. If there are people staring, it's because they see a beautiful girl and a wheelchair, and they wonder what her story is. Of course, it makes Katori feel uncomfortable, but there's nothing that can be done about that. You're cute, Katori, so much that people without thinking turn to look at you. If I could date a girl like that, wow, that's the kind of face they have. Owie. Katori let out a small laugh. Yes, laugh a bit. You're even you're even cuter. After all, it's your natural, cool self. Okay, enough. I said forget about it. It's time to remember that. That was intense. I won't forget it. When you remember this time, you'll laugh. I sat up straight and put on a relaxed, self-confident expression and flickered the hair from my face. I flicked the hair side to side. I can't say anything when you're sitting there with that self-confident air. That's not kind. When Katori grumbled like that, she unconsciously got cuter. I restrained myself. Instead, I held my hand out across the table. Katori picking up on my meaning and softly laid her hand on mine. Things like hand-holding, while not walking, we can do. Besides, who can have a date on a glider soaring in the sky? Probably only us, right? Without a doubt, the other couples at Wendy would be jealous. Katori looked up at me. You're probably right. Katori's mood seemed to suddenly brighten. So you won't laugh for me. What? So you won't laugh for me? Then when your smile shines, it makes you even more beautiful. Thank you, Aoi. Itchy nose. Okay. The waiter brought the tea and cakes while Katori was smiling brightly. Woof. Katori pulled back her excited hand. The staff who saw it smiled softly. The waiter placed the plates on the table. Oh, it's that thing. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what it is. It does look delicious. While looking at the I can't pronounce it. Mifu. I'm so bad at this. Katori's eyes shone brightly. When you see the pastry, the drool practically starts falling. Katori hurriedly wiped her mouth. But just look at this. Of course I'm looking at it. I have the same thing in front of me. Is this not the most divine aura? Surely it is absolutely the most delicious looking pastry ever! It better taste delicious. As expected from an international pastry, Katori muttered as she examined every corner of the cake. Just how many layers does this thing have? The layers of crust were countless, never mind the layers of strawberry and the deep-colored custard. On top was a dollop of fresh cream with strawberry. Over the strawberry there was a transparent jelly-like sauce that shone brightly like a jewel under the shop's interior lighting. The fact that Katori stated this is absolutely delicious before tasting the pastry was natural. I knew it. When you're angry or feeling down, sweets are the answer. No, it's not like that at all! Which is it? In any case, you seem to have cheered up, I'm glad. Katori nodded brightly. So this should be awkward, I thought. Hey, let's eat. Katori, with each shake of her head, more reverently agreed. Alright. Katori, with trembling hands, gripped her knife and fork and brought them to the millefeuille. It's crispy. The knife cutting into the crust made a small, delightful sound. Katori took a slice of the strawberry and cream with her crust and to her fork and carefully brought it to her lips. It's delicious! I like finding food like that. Katori brought her hand to her cheek and stated unconsciously. The waiter who saw Katori nodded, smiled, and said, "Our customers often say that." It's not too sweet, not too sour. It's rich and profound flavors fill my mouth. This is the taste of happiness. The cake seemed so delicious that even Katori's way of speaking seemed to have changed. Let's see. Man, this is really good. At first, the light sweetness and the sourness of the strawberry came out. As it mixed together with the perfect amounts of cream, the taste really rounds out. Then, if using texture as an accent, it tastes crispy. Blending different textures with a different type of sweetness together into balance with each other creates a refined, harmonious balance of elegance. Without exaggerating, I can say that before eating this cake, one has never truly lived. Things like this cake, other than birthdays and Christmas, they are not something eaten regularly. Of all the cakes that I've had, the one which chances the of all the cakes I've had, changes the concepts of cake. I don't know, but it was an experience. Whew. The translations are getting kind of rough the further this game goes on. Happiness! While eating the cake, Katori's heart seemed to exude happiness. This constant success, more than being encouraging, is somewhat irritating. The tactics used to abate Katori's anger with the Haagen-Dazs, this is entirely different. This tea is also amazing. I think I'm in heaven. While lost in thought, Katori reached under the wheelchair and rummaged about. What she pulled out was Asuka's navigation log. Do you always carry that thing around with you? It's an important thing to me. The wheelchair was a regular wheelchair, so it was natural to receive a rough handling. On rainy days, you have to quick push yourself with all your strength. Then you had to fight with the inertia of the hills. When you were on the beach, you had to deal with the sand and grit, and then, of course, occasionally falling over. Thanks to a new frame knot coming in, the dent in the wheelchair couldn't be fixed. The journal that was there through it all was a little tattered. Katori opened the journal like an old pro. She stopped on the page with the to-do list. She took her pen and in the complete box under the entry go to cafe flags, filled in the blank. Ta-da! One more to do! Completed. It was more difficult than expected to fill in that box. Katori gazed at the page in satisfaction and then put her attention turned back toward the pastry. This time I saw quickly. Yes, this very well may be the peak of my life. Huh? What did you say? I'm going out with an amazingly wonderful guy. I have wonderful and reliable friends, and soon my dream of flying will come true. This must be what they mean by bliss. What do you mean by that? The idea of having real satisfaction in one's life. I definitely couldn't ask for more right now. Punctuating her point, Katori stabbed a giant strawberry with her fork. And this millefeuille is so much more delicious since you were with me, Aoi. Definitely. She made sounds of delight when she spoke. As usual, Katori might have gotten a little carried away. My girlfriend, when feeling down or when feeling great, she is unique. Alright, you can finish it after one thing. Katori asked, what's that? She looked up at me. I pointed at the item across the top of the list, to cross the passage of the clouds. Asuka's leftover item. Katori squirmed and ate some millefeuille and gazed down at the item. We can reach this dream too. The morning glory is supposed to appear by the end of summer. We just have to wait a bit longer. You always take everyone's feelings into consideration. That's not that limiting. I was chosen as pilot because there was no one else suitable. But then when tomorrow comes, that might change. It was a little late, but it seemed like Katori wanted to say something to me. No way! I don't think so! From now on, I'm gonna start practicing! Last year I got to fly something that looked it too. When I think about it now, it was absurd. It was actually dangerous. Aoi, you don't want to try flying? A morning glory is... I want to fly. I really, really want to. Everything was so close last year. There's so many feelings that I cannot seem to forget. Alright, that settles it, Aoi. You're going to be the pilot. There's no problem here. Katori said calmly and gently as she took another bite of the millefeuille. Wow. While we're talking about strange things, wasn't your heart pounding like mad? As Katori said this, her face turned red like a strawberry. Thanks. You really think it's okay? Yep, it's cool. You see. Gattori insists. Well, we'll find out what Gattori insists on afterwards, because I'm going to have to cut it here. And so, until tomorrow, peace out, y'all.